Yes, we want to start by thanking the people of Meru for giving us a lot of support during the campaign and even during the voting. We got a lot of support. Many people came out to vote for us. But we want to sadly tell them that their will has been completely trodden upon by the manipulation of the results that has gone on. What we are experiencing right now is not a free and fair election where voters vote and then votes are tallied and then the results are announced. What we are seeing is a computer-generated, electronically generated results that you can even find consistency in, that is never obtainable in a situation where people are voting. And clearly, rigging has been taken to other levels. During Kano days, they used to rig manually. Now they are using computers to rig elections. And this is what has happened, and it's a very sad day for this country. So we want to join the others who have rejected this results to reject them in total. We are analyzing them. We haven't concluded our analysis. We are already doing the detailed analysis for us to be able to take a challenge in court and even in the public podium. But we wanted the Meru people to know that the results that are being announced or that are going to be announced are manipulated results. They don't reflect what how the people of Meru voted. You remember yesterday I explained to you what was happening. Already a climate of fear and intimidation was created. Even our chief agent in Imenti South was kidnapped, tortured, taken actually to Keraito's house and tortured. And you can see the videos on social media. And the money that he was carrying to go and pay our agents was stolen from him. And then after being tortured, he was taken to a police station and kept there the whole day. In fact, he was being given a cash bail much later in the evening. And then our other coordinators in Imenti South, and I gave the name of David Kinot, after leaving the police station to go and continue checking on our votes, he was kidnapped by people he knows and vehicles that are already known and taken very far away from Mitongo where he was going, and then he was left there. And we have several other agents who are actually thrown out of polling stations, harassed, intimidated, and then many of them left the polling station because of fear. And the Jubilee and IEBC officials who are working in tandem were left to fill the forms and manipulate the results. In Igembe Central, most of our agents were denying the forms. From that 7A, they were not given as is required by law. They asked for them, but they were told they were not being given. In other places, they were told those forms are not enough, they are not available. Because obviously, if you give out the form, you will not be able to manipulate the final results because there is physical evidence that to show what was actually done and how the voting went on. We even have other agents who are even beaten up. In fact, there is a gentleman here who was stoned yesterday in Igembe South. All this harassment was being done so that our agents fear, and so that they don't keep a keen eye on the voting. And if you look at the pattern in Nyambene, the voting was very slow, deliberately slowed. Machines were failing, yet they were not failing elsewhere. Even though the humanity side, no machine was failing. But here they were failing. Even they were going to be checked. There's one polling station here where they had to go and check the machines. They said it was a faulty machine. They had to check it to delay people voting so that people get tired. And then so that some of them can go home without voting. Also, even the areas, especially here in Yambene, our agents were being chased from the polling station in the morning when they went there, because when we asked for the badges that were allowing us to access the polling stations, the IEBC officials refused to give us, to give to our agents. They said they will give our agents at the polling stations. Yet Jubilee agents were given in advance. So they were able to access the polling stations very early without any problem. Ours were denied entry because there are no badges. And we had to intervene with returning officers to allow our agent to go in. Meanwhile, voting was going on. So the manipulation of the results and the fake voting was going on even as we were negotiating for our agents to get badges to be able to access the polling stations. So there was a clearly manipulated election that was intended to benefit the Jubilee candidate, and it is very, very sad day for this country if we have gone back to the old days when democracy was completely subverted and the citizens' will completely ignored so that people can be ruled by a dictatorship. We are going to challenge this election, and we are going to do everything within our means to challenge this election because it is our right and the right of the people of Meru to vote for the people they want to lead them. I think the senator may want to add something.